Welcome back to another episode of AngelsBobs Plus. Episode 39. Can't believe it already. Also can't believe it's already October. Oh. Well, in the last episode, we began setting up the massive belt through the factory to get the ore we need to make catalysts. And now, we did turn the machines on in between episodes to get some of that working. So as you can see, things are slowly happening. These are producing things, these are producing things. These have all the hydrogen they could ever need. And now we need to get coal up here. So that's our next task. How / where are we going to get coal? Well, there's actually a very simple place we can get coal. We have carbon here. But we need, no. We do technically need coal specifically. We'll just pull it from here, from the coal reserves. It's the closest place we have. So we'll just go ahead and do that. So let's go. Should just be able to drag. Yep. Awesome. And just for simplicity, we'll drag it all the way down here. We are going to run out of belt. Oh no. Okay, so let's head down, grab more belt, and then go ahead, get the coal plugged in, and then we should, in theory, have plastic, which pretty much means we should be ready either by the end of this episode or the start of the next episode to get red circuits going. So the goal of getting red circuits by the end of the week looks like it's gonna happen. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series. If you guys have, make sure you guys subscribe and leave thumbs up. Also, if you guys haven't already, go say hi in the comments. I like reading comments. I try to reply to all of them. At least as many as I can. Right now there's not too many, but I will still try to make that commitment of replying to all the comments. And if you're seeing this in the far, far flung future, hopefully I have kept that promise. We will see. Or rather, you guys will see. One, two, four. And coal's plugged in. Awesome. And why not while we're here? Did I drive my car down here? No, it's my inventory. Okay. I just want to make sure I don't leave it somewhere. Let's plug this in as far as we can. Let's use the belt for that little bit of extra speed boost we get from it. And we're out. Okay, that's fine. Technically, this system should be functioning. Let's actually hop on the car because it is quite large now. Oh, you know what? It isn't going to function. You know why it's not going to function? Because we don't have any catalyst to prime the system. That is why. We'll just say machine. Where'd you go? We go here, here. I have no iron. Shit. No. I need iron. We definitely have a very little trickle of the aluminum and the silver, but that is hopefully fine. Iron. Again, luckily this isn't a system that continuously needs an iron input. It just needs some iron to get going, and then it will be self-sufficient. There we go, let's make that many. Because each time it makes 10. So we'll produce 520 or so. And I'm actually not going to put an assembler up there, I'll just put a chest. As the belts increase, obviously we will need more catalyst of sorts. So we'll just go ahead and do something like... We'll just do that. Because then what I can do is I can just do that. I can just input them anytime I need to. And we can actually put an assembler here as well to input. But I don't think we will need it. Should be fine. For the most part, I guess. Okay, so that takes input. Continues taking input. And then should output, yes. Okay, green catalysts are on the belt. Let's follow the coal now. Right, yep, okay. So this should function, which then allows that to function once the catalysts get over, and then this should function because that will function. And then this will function because this will function. Awesome, okay. Oh, shit. We need to deal with this. Dealt with. Awesome, okay. All the byproducts should be dealt with. So, we can go ahead and check you, check you, check you, check you, check you, check you, and check you. So now we just need to build the plastic, which, honestly, I'm going to just put on the bus. The reason I'm going to put it on the bus over putting it up here and then moving that solid is only because liquid plastic is going to change so much between now and then. Okay, so where is actually here? So that's where the liquid plastic needs to go. Awesome. Let's go and make a storage tank for the liquid plastic if I haven't already. Awesome. So liquid plastic's actually going to live and exist. Storage tank number 7. The reason it lives in number 7 is because number 3 is reserved for thermal water in storage tanks 1 through 3. Or rather, storage tanks 4 through 6 are reserved for the oil processing, because that's just what I have placed down next. Alright, so let's go and say, so you're reserved. Oh, turn you off. I think I didn't place the pressure tank. That would have been an oopsie. That could become problematic, but that should be fine, I guess. So then 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, actually, we just take the number and multiply by 2. We're on number 7, so that occupied. So 7's 14 up from this. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it should be this column. It should be. And we'll double check with our handy dandy pipette. Yes. There's number 14. There's platform 9 3/4. On our case, platform plastic. Make some pumps. Awesome. And then just for simplicity, we'll do that. Do a little zigzag. Awesome. Plastic now exists. Cool. So let's delete that one. So now let's go ahead and pull up the red circuit train. Let's go ahead and pin. And it remembers. Awesome. Which ones we've done. Plastic now exists. Sweet. So now on the list of things we need to do is we now need to produce transistors and the other components we need for red circuits. Well, we're already producing the aluminum bars, so we don't need to really produce anything there. We do need to make the advanced circuit board, which is transistors, basic electronic components, advanced circuit substrate, and solder. So we need phenolic board. I think phonetic is study of language or how you pronounce things. I don't know. So we'll just go ahead and draw this down here. And just, okay, so let's just go ahead and say So there's plastic. And then, yeah. I'm actually going to go build that up first and then pull. Yeah. You'll see. It will make sense in a moment. Or several moments, actually. And then, okay, so then once we get these red circuits made, oh, so much is going to open up to us. Mainly, blue science. Well, actually, we need to then get sulfur, which will be its own little... That'll be probably next week's project, is getting sulfur made, but that shouldn't be nearly as tedious. Okay, so let's go ahead and say... plastic. I wish when I copied and pasted, it would copy the rotation as well. There might be a way. I guess Blueprint could do it. Not that. Shift R? Yeah. I was like, why am I doing this like a damn peasant? And technically this doesn't have an input. Or, well, it does. It doesn't have an input. Like a solid input. I'm just gonna drag straight up. And then we'll go ahead and put inserters and power poles and then the belt, get it onto the bus. We should be good. And this should, if our math worked out correctly, should be one yellow belt of plastic per second. Should. Oftentimes should and does are two different words. Especially in Factorio. Awesome, so that's all connected. I'm gonna use the card so I can run back down there. Awesome. These are almost getting... We are gonna probably want another pump down here, I just realized. Just to forcibly get... So what the pump will do is it will pull. Yeah. Oh. So now what the pump's gonna do is it's gonna force. It's gonna force the liquid through. Right? Or why am I not making more? Curiosity here. Because something has stopped. This has stopped because you have stopped. You have stopped because you aren't getting enough catalyst. We aren't getting enough catalyst because we don't have enough metal catalyst. Okay, that's why. So let's go solve that error, which actually is a really simple one. I'm glad it's that, not, oh, we miscalculated something. The reason things have stopped is we don't have enough of the frames for catalyst, which is fine. We can solve that. We can solve that actually quasi quickly. Just need to grab a crap ton of iron. Oh, we actually have a bunch on us. It's also what doesn't help. Just go ahead and make 100, which should be plenty. That should be like over 1,000. Oh, please don't. We have one power pole connecting the entire factory. I like it. I like living on the edge. When power pole gets taken out, half the factory turns off. I love it. What's even better is when you have a bunch of poles all around the factory. And you just randomly run into one, and then you fail to see for half an hour what the hell happened, and then you quickly realize that half the factory's turned off and you don't know where. I mean, luckily you can pull up the electric network and see where all your power poles are. So right now I don't know what's connected. And then you can see, okay, well this is connected via this is connected via this, which is this main line here. So it definitely helps to have redundancy. Like, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to connect the power to the east, just so that there's a little bit of a circle. So that if I cut it here accidentally, doesn't all break. Okay, there we go. So now that should be, I say plenty, but I want to make sure that we're getting plenty. We'll wait for these to craft. In the meantime, let's actually look around the map. So do you want to get this rubyite being mined? Well, actually, it's not that big of a deal, and it's not really, again, it's not too much in the way. But I will still want to start getting it mined. The other thing I want to look at is, so now that we have this, where do we want to do sulfur processing? We could do sulfur processing up here, which isn't necessarily a bad idea. Where is... I should have... Did I not take a blueprint of it? Oh no. I could have sworn we had a blueprint of it. The blueprint I'm looking for right now. I could have sworn I had it. Made a copy of it. Cool. 10. I know I've been trying to rename them as I find them. I don't need that. I don't need that one. Or that one. Or that one. Some of these we can just get rid of right now. That me actually. That we definitely get rid of. That we can definitely get rid of. I might have to just go into my other world and grab it. Because I think I might not have uploaded it actually. It's a big build. Basically what it is it's designed to make us sulfuric wastewater into sulfur into batteries, I believe, through the process of coke. It's actually quite nice. Yeah, I don't... No, actually, yeah, here it is. Awesome. We do have it. This monstrosity, hey, we don't have the other half of it we need that makes the coke, but this behemoth of a machine produces all the coke we'll ever need, but it produces the sulfuric acid we need, or rather want. We don't necessarily need the sulfuric acid right now, although it is nice to have. We just need up here, up to this point actually, of the processing of the sulfuric wastewater, and we want what gets made here, or rather what gets put into this warehouse, which is the sulfur. Not sulfur is what we're going to use in blue science. So the question now becomes, where do we want to put this big guy? Because as you can see, he is massive. It's basically the same size as the plastic machine we built. And this can't just fit anywhere. It's going to take a lot of space. Usually, or I say usually, but where I've put it before is down here in the south. Just south of our stuff. And it could fit. We could put the crushing here. And then, I don't want to put anything here just in case I need more steel or something. That's kind of what the space is. We could, yeah, I mean, we could fit it here. And then just put sulfur on the bus. Is sulfur used for anything else? Like, I don't want to... I say waste, but... Sulfur... Oh, it's with a U. Okay. Not really. I mean, it's used in explosives, which I don't believe are used... either mainly, yeah, weapons, but... No biters means no real need for that. What about nickel? Just nickel processing. Sulfur. What about... Obviously, the science pack's just gonna be used in science, but... Yeah, so there's no real reason to put the sulfur on the bus. I mean, I could just route it up to blue science. Like, I don't necessarily have to put it in line on something on the bus, but... what about up north? Is there an advantage to putting it down here besides space? I don't see one. It's not that I'm aware of. Yeah, I mean, we could fit it here in PetroChem land. Right? We could just actually tack it on. Well, I don't really want to tack it on because I feel like it's just gonna limit me. We try to squeeze it in like somewhere here, perhaps. Put it here now. We could possibly actually put it here, right in this space. Yeah, you know what? I think we might try that. Let's try to squeeze it right, yeah, like right in this area, because the sulfuric acid can then just be used on the over here in PetroChem land, and then the coal processing can actually be right here. The only problem is we're not gonna. I have nowhere to put the trains for this. You know, I don't think we're gonna need trains. If I can, I'm gonna avoid it. I'm gonna avoid having the liquid trains at all cost. I don't like dealing with it. I know it pretty much acts like solids. There's not really much of a difference. Why is power having a problem? I guess we're gonna go solve power. Oh, let's put the catalyst in before I forget. The system doesn't shut down on me. And let's go handle power. Is it not enough fuel? Or, well, no, we have plenty of fuel, so I know it's not a fuel problem. And then let's go ahead and just get rid of any and all trees. It is a fuel problem. We're not getting enough fuel down here. Okay, so does that mean we need... You might have to make the fast underground belt. Or not the underground, but the fast belt. Yeah, it looks like it's just not enough fuel. Okay. Obviously, that's not going to solve the overall problem with just 6, but... Okay, so we just need to upgrade, because it looks like at least 6, sometimes 7 or 8, are unable to function. Okay. So we do need... red belt. Technically, I guess we could... like, decrease the size of that one monster, but... We could also make the boiler Mark II and the steam engine Mark IIs, because they require the same amount of input. They just require, yeah, they're the same amount of input. Like, they use the same amount of water and stuff, so we don't need to, like, add any more in that sense. I need to stop running into things. Especially over here. Okay. Slow and steady. So we don't need to make red belt. To make more red belt, I need more iron. Awesome. So let's go run over the red belt and run over, or I say run over the red belt, run over the iron belt, and then run over the gear belt so we can get some components. I was trying to make 200. Prefer not to make 200 if I don't have to. There you go. Really? Oh, no, it's the steel gear wheels, not the iron ones. I'm like, what? I just grabbed a bunch. That makes more sense now. We will grab more yellow belt, though. We're gonna need it. Oh, where? Oh, one of the cars is down. Where is it? Did I not grab it? The car? Do you see where I left the car? Because I don't. Okay, it's not over there. Oh, it's up here in power. It's hiding. Okay. Found it. You get brownie points if you spotted it before I did, and put that in the comments. No going back. No backsies. Although I guess I should have probably said that beforehand. He who spots it gets some brownie points. Not that that means anything, but it could. Awesome. Okay, so that's now plugged in, but this now needs to be upgraded to a red splitter so that it can handle the input. There we go. That should be able to handle sufficiently, because that effectively doubles it, right? Yes. There we go. Coal's backing up. Awesome. The only problem with the faster belt is these inserters cannot grab off of it. They're too slow. So you notice you'll occasionally see them kind of try to grab something but can't. That is a problem that will exist the faster the belt goes. They just are too slow. They can't grab it fast enough, which is its own little problem, because then in theory, if you have a trickle of coal and not a full belt, what ends up happening is most of the inserters can't grab anything, and so only the bottom ones can once it actually stops. And yes, it could back up, but more than likely it's only going to let, like, say 10 engines be able to run versus potentially several more, although they'll turn off and on, so they'll brown out here and there, but it's a little bit more efficient to do it in a way that prevents the trickle. Basically, the idea, keep a full belt of coal. That's just your solution. Otherwise, you're gonna have to switch these out to like normal inserters or express inserters. But the reason I don't do the electric ones is so if power turns off for whatever reason, whether it's lack of coal, biters, or these inserters do not turn off. The other two engine columns, if you will, the other two cylinders in our little 3-cylinder power generator are in fact going to be fast inserters. The reason being is the first one is literally there just to get some power to get these inserters working. And eventually we'll have solar and possibly nuclear. But nuclear causes some FPS problems. I don't know if they've improved it or fixed it, but I have known it to cause problems. But we will see. If it still does, let me know. If it doesn't, still also let me know. Almost all of this is working. It's gonna just take time for it to back up, I think. Because this is, I'm pretty sure, mostly ratioed correctly. It's gonna look like it's not functioning, but it should. I need to stop running over pipes. This is why we just avoid the pipe bus area, because I will run into a lot of pipes because there are no. They blend in, and yeah, I could add lights, but I don't wanna. Okay, so let's head south and begin laying out the foundations for all of the things that we will need. Oh, you know, I just realized that we don't have an output for the plastic yet. So let's go ahead and get the output then. Inside, 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 inside. And then, yeah, we'll say something like that. Awesome. And yeah, we'll probably put the plastic under the engines. That should be fine. Should. Keyword. Alright. So we'll go ahead and drag plastic like so. And I don't have any. Oh, I do, but oh well. We'll just do this. At some point we will upgrade all of the belt to be yellow, but for now, we'll just use what we have. It's gonna slowly take time for this to work properly, but it will back up and slowly trickle down to the lower machines, and eventually it will be fine. Alright, so now let's go ahead and start laying our foundations for the next machine area. So next component, we can really do in any order here. Well, I say any order, but almost any order. We can either do transistors first, and then the advanced circuit boards, or Well, actually, okay, a few things to note. The transistors are going to be made locally. They're not going to be made similar to the basic electronic components. They create a lot of themselves, so we can't really... It doesn't make sense for us to put them on the bus. And unfortunately, it is that time, so we'll have to do this next episode. But that's fine. I'll try to set it up between episodes, and then we'll go through and explain it at the beginning of the next one. Thank everybody for watching. Thank you guys. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe. Turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. I remembered this time, we're not on Twitch. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave those down in the comment section below. If you guys just want to say hi, you can do that as well. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.